Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Alt Tabbed here on the Eternal Alt. Back on Final Fantasy XIV today. It's actually been a few days since I've been able to play anything, play anything long enough that I could record it. I get to play a little bit every day. It's just a matter of some days I know I'm going to get interrupted, and so there's no point in trying to record. But I got about an hour and a half or so, maybe a little bit longer, and so I want to go ahead and try to get a little bit done in Final Fantasy XIV. So we have got, of course, class quests that we need to do, but I also need to do a quest called the Ill-Conceived Venture. And if you remember, the people that I hired may have been in the last, may have been in the last episode. The people that you hire are able to go on what they call ventures, and so basically, I have to do this to be able to unlock their ability to do those ventures. It's how they level up, it's how they gather for you and stuff like that. So we're going to do all that. So we're going to start by talking to the Troubled Adventurer here. And then these right here, I'll have to start earning them to get to be able to send them on more and more ventures. You pay them with those coins to go do the ventures for you. Okay, so we're going to go looking for the missing retainer over here around Drybone, place we're going to be going anyway. And we use an Aetheryte ticket. Now you may notice I've used quite a bit of those Aetheryte tickets since the last thing, and I have been doing some work just to kind of show you. I've been working on all these different classes here, just little along, and so those are all crafting and gathering. I spent most of my time working on a couple of the gathering and 3 of the crafting that have a lot to do with your ability to craft gear that you need to do more things. And so basically I went with Leatherworker, Weaver, and Goldsmith to be able to get put the most time into them anyway, to be able to craft better gear, to craft more gear. You know, it's just kind of you kind of work your way through it like that. But I've also done some with armorer and blacksmith and woodworker. Let's see, there's the novice retainer. Come on. All right, there we go. All right. Drop them. And, oh, it's making me wait till I get done. There we go. Now I can talk to her. Had to wait to talk. You, madam, are a saint. I thought I was done for. All right. Yeah, we'll skip through this. She's mesmerized by the fact that we are who we are. All right, so now we'll go back to Ula. I'm not going to spend an Aetheryte ticket for less than 100. That just don't make sense. But yeah, a lot of what I've been doing is just working on those crafting and gathering while I've had time. Oh, where'd he go? Ah, moved. Should have known. Should have known. Well, oh, I almost forget. I can sprint for a little bit. Let's see. I wonder where he falls in there. Let's go to the Aethernet shard and see. Yeah, just basically on the other side. Back in here somewhere. There he. Okay, and so now I get that, and I can send them on ventures. And so basically, sending them on a venture. Let's see. I think. All right. So Gerwain here, uh, this guy I planned on being my, guy I send out to go fight, and so he's going to become a. I'm going to go ahead and make him into a warrior. So you just assign your retainer a class, and I want him to be Marauder. Yes, I know how to assign a class. Thank you very much. Okay, so now I have to actually do his gear. And I forgot that that doesn't pull up. Armory chest, there it is. Had to find it. And we'll throw that on him. Do I have any... I kept some of my low-level gear to be able to throw on them as he was leveling up, so I don't have to spend any actual dinero on him. So got to get to level 5 before I can really do a whole lot with him, which is fine. Perfectly fine. So, all right, let's go ahead. Now that I've given him an arm, he is a warrior, and so I can assign him a venture. Yes, yes, yes. So you can do field exploration or you can do hunting. Hunting is kind of the low-level one. Field exploration, though, takes 2, and you only get 6 ventures to start. So we'll hunt. Animal skins, we'll assign, and in about an hour, he'll come back. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll let him go do his thing. All right, now we're going to go talk to Philenora. What was I going to make her be? I think she was going to be my botanist. Let's see. Assign retainer class, botanist. Okay. Assign the gear. Botanist, botanist. Where are the... There's the hatchet. Now they should have some level 1. Yeah, I've got some level 1 tunics to give those folks. Now there's not anybody that can craft for you. Probably would have assumed that. Just because it would be kind of overpowered to be able to send, make somebody craft stuff for you. But let's see, we'll send her out. This is all stuff I don't have many of the water shards. I'll send her after that. That'll work. All right, and then we'll grab Dracacaran. I can't remember. You have to name these people such weird things because most of the cool sounding names have been taken. All right, we're going to make him a miner. All right. And then we are going to view his gear. And the miner, there's the pickaxe. Okay, now for him, there we go. I'll say I knew I had some, I kept a couple of these from some quests to be able to give him that. And we'll assign him a venture. And I'll send him after water shards too, because I don't have very many of them. And then Pipiolata. You gotta have one of the little people in this. Just gotta have them. Let's see, we're gonna assign her a quest. We're gonna go Fisher. And then, come on. Whoops, didn't mean to hit that. I meant to hit the attributes and gear. And there's Pippi. And there is her fishing thing. I don't know why, it just seemed to me like Lalafell makes a natural fisher. I don't know. So I was like, yep, I'll make her a fisherman. And there we go. Put that on her. And we will assign her a venture. And we'll go after some crayfish just because you got to send her after something. You end up wasting a lot of ventures on the fisher. I picked up the fisherman, and I'm not sure exactly why. I don't really like the fishing. There's a few items that are nice to be able to get from it, but it's such a pain compared to doing the other two that there's a very good chance I won't end up exploring it very far. I may end up changing Pippi to like a different class or something to be able to level her up so I can send her out to do like Gerwain does and go fight enemies and get things that I can use a little more readily. But we'll see how that works out. Okay, so ventures are set. And now we're going to Camp Drybone. Let's see, I can get there from here. Yeah, just teleport fee, why not? Let's hit that. All right. Oops, wrong way. Inside the building? Can't remember. Yep. All right, so done that part. Now they're sending us north. I'm gonna get to the better looking map here. I did create, if you saw on there, I did have Lancer as an option. I did create a Lancer, or picked up a Lancer class, and basically what I'm using it for is to go around and do all these little side quests. I've never really played Lancer, and so, or Dragoon, what it goes to. And so I thought, you know what, I'll kind of level one along just as something to do when I don't really feel like crafting or gathering. When I want to play Final Fantasy, but, don't want to do those and don't really have time to record, that's, kind of what I'm using it for, just to start clearing up those side quests. Still working on what game it is that I want to play, what the third game's going to be. I just have not gotten the want back to play Guild Wars 2 right now. I will eventually, but it just right now it's not what I want to do, and so I'm still kind of trying to figure out that third game. We'll just kind of rotate back and forth between this and DCUO until I figure out what I want to do. All right. Oh yeah, this guy. And of course we're waiting. Everybody's in position. There comes the bad Amaja. When we come running up in there, so I think it's a Malja or something like that. I have never. I keep forgetting I have to push the button. And surprise, gasp, we've been had. And we've got a turncoat there in the ranks. It's a traitor. We could have never guessed. I'm skipping through. So, we'll have to fight our way out of here, or fight our way through this part. Oh, I forgot. I can do this, hit a bunch of people at once. Oh yeah. Just keep hitting them. Alright. Put them down and let's get back to fighting this guy. I've been thinking about Reaper, but I tell you one class I wouldn't mind diving a little further into that I haven't really done a lot of yet is Dancer. So what I'm planning on doing, in all technicality, I got very good with these guys. In all technicality, I could go ahead and just start playing Dancer right now because I have a level 90 character because of that skip thing. But I don't want to do it that way. I want to kind of play at least the majority of this the way you guys would play it if you were, if you were starting and had no skip tokens or anything like that. I kind of regret that I went ahead and started the character after I found out the skip token. I kind of wish I would have just started a different character. But hindsight's always 20/20, right? I will say another interesting thing is I did join a free company, which is the guilds here in Final Fantasy XIV, and my free company is actually one I was in on another character. At least I'm 95% sure that's the case. I'm fairly certain it's the same group. And they got me surrounded. And obviously, and sleep spell. All right. If I recall, this takes us to a very short duty. Yeah, so this is the part of this I've never really understood, is how in the world I ended up being free with my weapon. But, the story has to continue. Yeah, Bowl of Embers. That's a very short duty. I will have to tank for it, unfortunately, but let's see if I can get in with some other players quickly. It would definitely be faster killing the stuff if I had other party members, but I'll give it just a couple of minutes. Although I hate to. That's the hard part. When you're recording stuff like this and you have to deal with that. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm probably not going to get one quickly. Nobody picks this one to do because it's short and you don't get a whole lot of stuff out of it. All right, let's go ahead. Let's drop it. Yeah, I haven't picked up anything, not even a DPS. Let's withdraw. We'll do with NPCs. It's short anyway. And commence. All right, let's see what we got going on. So basically, the Lord of the Inferno here is a primal. And primals, the beast tribes and stuff around the whole of Eorzea, they summon these primals in multiple different ways. Sacrifice tends to be one of them. But they are bringing this guy into being. And so we have to take on this, I guess you could say, lesser primal. It's a Ifrit, but it's not a very strong one, obviously. And of course, the betrayer gets betrayed. Look how cool that is. That is, I'm telling you, I absolutely love. I've had people say that this game does not look good, but I mean, I've played a lot of different MMOs, and this is one of the better looking ones. And of course, the things brainwashed all them, but we have the magical power that prevents all that. We have resist the master's will. Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. And we're going to go take this guy on. And we're in the circle. Now, Final Fantasy does this fairly often. They have basically a, oops, I better turn that on. They basically have a just cut straight to the big bad. All right, come on. Get a little extra defense up. Yeah, would be a lot faster with human players, but and so you see here in the duties, I mean, they drop pretty easy to see area of effect stuff. But basically, like tanking in most any other game, I just turn the enemy away from the players and hold on and hope the healer heals me. Remember, I'm thinking there's a mechanic we have to work in this. Oh, yeah, there it is. The infernal nail, we have to kill that. And they're so slow at damage, I'm doing something I would normally want to do, which is turn the enemy around. But if we don't end up destroying the nail, it's a one-shot. Or at least it used to be. I don't know if it still is, but... Alright, just keeping them back. Good old Ifrit. Alright, let's see. Swing at him from back here. Get a little bit out of the range of that. You just had to face tank that fire breath. Just about got it. There we go. And down goes Ifrit. And as becomes the normal, we start finding these crystals everywhere. And we put it on our magical board. Decided to let one of the cutscenes play through because I knew there wasn't any real, there wasn't any kind of a real spoiler going on there. And then, of course, Thancred and some other people show up. We'll drop out before anything's given away. And we'll leave the bowl. Now, this is one of the reasons why nobody actually wants to run this, and it's because you leave with nothing. You get some experience, that's all you get. Okay. So let's go see Thancred. Raining. Yeah, come rest a while, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so now we gotta go to the Waking Sands, which I should have Vesper Bay ticket. And that'll send me back. It'd be nice if we could start kind of opening some stuff up here. Okay, I can't remember what that is. I'm going to try my queen. It is such a pain because I can see, I'm seeing all the quests because I have a 90 character. I'm seeing everything, so I'm having to kind of be careful what I'm selecting on. Speak to the Scion here. And of course they're having a discussion. I'll skip through because I don't want to, whoops. There's some stuff involved in that, I believe. Yeah. I think I'll try to speed through it. I think this is the point where we get the visitors. Yep. Everybody vying for us to be part of their group. And so this is the point where I'll have to start making my mind up as to which one of the grand companies I want to join. So they're all here to try to talk us into joining their grand company. It's something I definitely needed to get opened because there's a whole lot that comes through that grand company. All right. They're all amazed that we beat a primal. Well, you've seen here. They're basically trying to talk me into joining. But obviously there's a little something we have to do before we get to pick who we're going to join. And so we're going to go speak to Tataru. Good old Tataru. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna get sent around to basically all these remembrance services for the calamity that happened. This is kind of their way of paying homage to that. Yeah, there's hello Halatai. There's a lot of these I might start doing. Don't want to do them just yet. Let's see. So I can start with any of them I want to. So I guess since I am closest to Uda, we'll start there. If I recall, it does not matter which one I do first. Then when we get to the end of all this, I think even after going around and visiting all these, I still get sent to do something else before. All right. So we stand here.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanimo herself!
And Roban as well!
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore! Hurrah! Roban!
Yeah, and he says a whole bunch of stuff about remembering. All right, so we've attended theirs. And I'll go to Gridania next. I'll spend the fee. It'll be all right. You can't see it right now. I've got like 158,000 on me right now. I've managed to sell a few things. I haven't been really grinding enough to sell a lot and make a lot of money yet. But I will get there eventually. All right, so I need to go to Old Gridania, to the amphitheater. And here we go again.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The three seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Yeah, and they're going through all that.
Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelves Wood.
And that's about enough of that. I was trying to decide if I wanted to hit the button again, and I did not. Alright, well, let's go the last one. I'll use return here so that won't cost me anything. Alright, oh. This is the one I just need to turn and run. Is it? Yeah, it is raining. Okay. Took a second for the textures to load. Alright, up to the stateroom.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
And of course the Admiral.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
Not really. But we'll move on. Alright, so we've done all those. Back to the Waking Sands. There is actually just a way to view the cutscenes. If it's something you're interested in, that's something you can actually do in the game, is just go watch all the cutscenes, get the whole story together, and it takes a while. It definitely takes a while. I mean, just the cutscene at the end, at the end of A Realm Reborn, it takes forever. All right, come on. And then Alphon.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend. The wheels.
Yeah, don't want to let you hear
Brother,
too much. And then
Are you
Aseo.
What?
They are brother-sister combination
Well, of
who end up
course they
being very, very big later on in the story. And so here we are. And we have to pick. And I'm going to be honest, Flame Officer is always out for me because I do not like the desert. Just don't. And so the question is, do I want to go, when I have to go back to the Grand Company to do things, do I want to go to Gridania and have the beautiful mountainside, or do I want to go to Limsa and have the beautiful oceanfront property? Very difficult decision. I think my last character did Gridania, so I'm going to take Limsa. Yes, we'll join the Maelstrom. And we get some standard Spectrum die. I did not realize that they had changed up how the coloring system in this works. So they changed like all the very basic dyes to be the standard, to be one standard dye. So you're only carrying one dye color on you, but you can make it be any dye color within this pretty, honestly, pretty wide spectrum. So we gotta go to Maelstrom Command, and unfortunately, yeah, I'll burn an Aetherite ticket. Still had 40 of them. That is one cool thing I have to say that they do on this. That I ended up buying a starter bundle thing quite a while back, and basically it gives you this bundle of stuff on any character. So I mean, it's all account bound or account wide, and you get some pretty cool stuff out of it. But Aetherite tickets happens to be one of those things. All right, there we are. Picked the beautiful oceanfront property, and it's all raining right now. All these people got all these different umbrellas. I've got just a kind of a basic one that came in, I think, in that pack. All right, Maelstrom Command. I believe you're expecting me. And yeah. And of course, I can't quite yet because we have got to go deal with something in Lower Lanicea. And unfortunately, that means we got to go deal with that before we can move on. We're going to go do this one here. I'm going to move a little further in the storyline. This is faster. So yeah, just to go to lower and then turn north, I guess. Yeah. And so I'm going to go through this a little bit because I really want to try to get to my... I really do want to try to get to the Chocobo to make things a little bit faster, so I don't have to keep remembering to sprint and all that. So I want to do that where I can get my mount. But we also need to do Bringing Down the Mountain, which is our level 30 class quest. And then we'll be able to, once we've done that, we'll be able to move on toward Warrior. And then, you know, Warrior, you start kind of really fleshing out what you're doing. All right. Oh. Pull the umbrella back out. Wild dodos and the little bitty enemies out here. Okay. We're getting close. It'll be a lot. There is so much running around in this game. That's kind of the thing about the beginning. You spend a lot of your time running from place to place, which honestly is the way a lot of MMOs are. All right, airship crew. Oh yeah, just forgot about these fellas. So the Garleans here, those are the bad guys for the first part of this, and through quite a bit of it actually. All right. All right, so we're going to take off running because they obviously all turn around and face the airship. And then, yeah, Maelstrom Command sending us. So anyway, his partner's still on board the airship, who's another Lala. And we're going to go ahead and skip through. Just basically putting us out here where we're going to fight. Oops, I almost forgot. I'm going to be taking the... Alright, pick them out. Let's see if we can destroy these guys real quick. And the Yusa have literally no chance. Alright, dropped him. That guy's about dead. Get this guy kind of turned, well, he's ignoring my enmity. And then he runs back over there. Now I gotta run past him. We're getting there. And duty complete. Not a very hard one. None of them are really that difficult. There's Biggs and Wedge. And we'll skip through cutscenes. I know it's bad enough having to watch me run back and forth, but having to sit through cutscenes too would just be... It would drive me nuts, I have to say. It would drive me nuts. Alright, so... Back up here. And let's Storm Personnel Officer. Alright, so now... Oh yeah, we get the storm seals. Now we're getting there. Alright. So they have a little ceremony here. And we get sworn in. And so he's telling us all of our duties, which is basically going to be to do whatever we want to do. Alright, so you have my sword till the sea swallows all. What skills I have are yours till the sea swallows all. I will follow the Admiral to the very bottom of the abyss. And there we go. And that was basically our oath. And then we get called on a link shell. Menphilia. Okay. We're going to get a lot of stuff done in this that's very important. The ill-conceived venture, we're getting into the guild here, and then we're going to start the My Little Chocobo, which is our mount. This is actually going to be a very big deal for us. Alright. Supply and provisioning missions. Alright, that's another big thing for crafting too. That's another reason I needed to open that up. So, we're going to My Little Chocobo. We'll do that one. Some of these I don't have to do with y'all seeing it. It's just, let's see. So we need to, oh, got to get a, almost forgot. Got to get an issuance. It's the quartermaster, and I can't remember. Is it material? Material. Have I not done? Did I not get 300 seals in that? Or have I not finished? I bet they don't show me finishing it yet. Okay. I bet that's what it is. Vesper Bay. So we're going to cheat a little bit. You get more than enough of these Aetheryte tickets going to Vesper Bay that won't be a problem. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I bet I have to do this. Yep, to get the seals. And of course, we're meeting with the Scions here. Tataru. And Biggs and Wedge. We're going to have to go find their old boss. Alright, so let's go talk to her to start it.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you.
Of course they do. Okay, so we're going to go back to lower decks. Which the Adder's Nest is in Gridania anyway, so... Alright, so let's go back and get our issuance. One thing too is if you decide that later on after a while that you don't like your grand company for whatever reason, there becomes a point when you're actually allowed to change, so don't feel like you're stuck with it forever. It's not a lifetime thing. Alright, there's my Chocobo issuance. And then I've got to go see Frigheim, which is right there. Yep. Let's see. I think that's towards the front. I'm trying to decide what's the fastest way to get to her. This is probably really just 6 and 1/2 dozen of the other, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. Through Bulwark Hall, around the pillar, and time to see the Chocobo Keep. Give the issuance. There we go. I'll be right back with your Chocobo. Gotta give the Chocobo a name. Okay. Since I haven't used Baron in this, we'll just be Baron. Could have called him Bertie McBurderson, but, yeah, no. So yes, we now have our Chocobo riding license. So personal Chocobos, all that good stuff. All right, so let's use that. And now we can summon Chocobo mount. I'm going to grab, so my mount guide's a little different because I've got some stuff that was purchased at points. So I can put a mount on, and then once I get out into the real world, I can jump on the mount and ride him instead. You could also throw a Chocobo out there, just whatever you want to do. All right, so we're now to that point. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do bringing down the mountain, just so we can go ahead and get through all that before we move to the next part. I don't remember when they let me do Feisty Little Chocobo, but I definitely will do that one as soon as it's available too. Let's see, Marauders Guild. We'll knock that off. So this is where we're going to go finally avenge the kids' parents. And we get Thrill of Battle. That's a really nice to have. It's very nice to have. Alright, let's see. So we gotta go to the Rooster Steed, which is, of course, you gotta run to it. Because literally everything I do has to be run to. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and speed it up. Do what I can. Okay. Make our turns and everything, get around the corner. Hit a straightaway and wait. Such a nice little countryside. I wish I did enjoy the fishing a little more in this. I think my biggest problem with the fishing is there's so much RNG involved in it that it really kind of gets on my nerves. If it was something where you could pick the fish you're going after, you know, because in the other two gathering classes, you just find the area and then you choose what you're gathering. But with the fishing, there's some luck involved, and it just kind of gets annoying, especially when you got to catch like 10 of something. All right, and he's sorry he made trouble for us. And of course, we're gonna talk to Soakwib. Okay. And we'll go help. Zip our way through here. All right. Oh. Of course we get an enemy. And we drop him. Okay. We'll just keep swinging. Oh, there it is. And there's the oxpecker. Where they came up with that name, I don't know. There we go. All right. Here we go. And there he is. And you guys know there's just a little bit of a build up to the fight. All right. I've been running around, hadn't even been using my mount. I'm doing real good. Yeah, I'm just kind kind of sticking with what I'm doing here. Start there. I didn't get the bonus. There we go. And duty complete. And we killed the big thing and everybody's happy. All right. Send him on the way, and then of course Brunbar. And all are sent on their way, and then we go back to the Marauders Guild. And I really don't want to run. I've been running so much. Of course, I could have used that time to, run and show you a mount soon enough. And of course, we did good. We already knew that. Let's go with the Curus. Thrill of Battle, going there. Has a good lifesaver. This one increases your HP by 20 and restores that amount, so you can get some healing and some extra HP max out with just a quick button press, which is great. And place that one in our armory chest. We sort all this stuff so it doesn't keep doing that. And there we have it. And of course, every time you change, you see here it changes the glamour plate, but literally all you gotta do is pick it up, go like that, and poof, I'm back to my look. So it's really no big deal to put your look back on. You're just literally changing gear. Alright. Oh, I can do my feisty little Chocobo. Guess what? We're going to do that. Because that makes our pet a fighting pet. And I like a fighting pet. Because the fighting pet become a healer. It can also be a tank or a DPS, but let's see, is that my feisty Chocobo? Oops, wrong one. There it is. Alright, so Bent Branch Meadows. You do kind of get sent all over the place. Alright. And then this is kind of what it looks like to have a mount. Now, the funny part's when stuff like this flies. Alright, there we go. So we gotta go gather some Gashal greens. Alright. Alrighty. And then I have to go fight with my Chocobo. So I'm going to end up grabbing the greens. We shall put them there. That's a good spot. And so now I got to go kill some broodsies. up that way. I'll wait till I get up there to actually bring him out, because you only get one of these at 30 minutes, and so I'll have to go buy some more gashel greens, but literally it's not that bad. Oh, I just forgot I could be riding this dude, and let's see, it's not my favorite. The Fenrir. Let's see. Up, still going up. That's right. Got to keep going up. All right. So now, the fun part of all this is I've got to bring out the Chocobo, and he'll have to fight with me a little bit. Not sure why it's showing red, like I can't do it. There's one. It changed off of it. There's must be a little glitchy something there. And of course you get skill points to level them up. Leveled up. Oops. Let me get out of that. Got him. Alright, we took care. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. We're going to bring up our shark here. Thought I hit the space, but apparently I didn't hit it hard enough. Alright. Oh yeah, and you get the Chocobo saddlebag, which this is a huge deal for me as someone who's crafting, because it gives me somewhere to store things that I don't have to leave on one of the characters. Alright, let's see. And then teaching you how to do that part. So we'll get some veggie scraps. Let's see. There's another one. This one, if I can get my hands on it here. Yep. Oh, I think I saw the last one. Must have run right by it. Probably did, knowing me. Alright, so we've done talked to him. So there's a way, basically, you can prestige your companion. So you get enough capability to pick like a path. And so you can have your Chocobo be a healer, a DPS, or a tank. I typically pick him to be a healer, so that when I'm in the open world, I don't really have to worry too much about, having to heal, and I don't have to particularly use a class that can heal to be able to survive some pretty big fights. Basically, they're telling us about how to level up your Chocobo, or prestige it. Alright. Give the carrot. Alrighty, and then we go speak. Alright. All right, we're gonna try to train little little Leah. Oh, I wonder if I missed an opportunity. We'll check it in a minute. I don't have just a truckload of time left to get too deep into anything. But there we go. And of course, Chocobo raising, you have to stable him, which I should have access to because I'm in an actual guild. But yeah, you train him to get his XP, and then you give him rewards and stuff, and continuously feeding him will cause him to grow different colored feathers and all that good stuff. I'm usually a bad boy and don't feed my Chocobo. All right. So if you're wondering, like on the companion, so here's that, and what I'm waiting to do is to be able to get enough to basically summon, mount, and all that, or not to summon, but to get him to use particular stance. So healer stance is the one I'll end up asking for. I'll go ahead and drag it down there. So healer is what I'm going to end up making him. All right, let's see. Also, I mean, you can tell there's a ton of different mounts. I mean, that's just nothing of the amount of mounts that you can have. Yeah, there's your Chocobo, the Neza Chariot, which is one I like. There'll be some other ones as we go through. You get some in the game. You actually can get a lot of them in the game, but there are some you can purchase if you just want to. There's a few of the purchasable ones that I like that I may go back and get one of them or something like that, but that weren't account bound, obviously. There's the Shall We Dance. That's the, when I get to 60, this is where we're going to be going, is talking to the Eager Lamenson. And we'll probably play quite a bit of Dancer when we get to that point. Alright, let's see. I've done that. I do want to go real quick and just see if they will let me. I may not be far enough into the story, because at level 30, you get the ability to go get your warrior, and I may not be. Yeah, I must not be enough into the story. They do lock some of that stuff behind stories. All right, let's go ahead. Got 15-20 minutes. Let's go ahead and go back to Gridania and get that next part started. I'm very happy, though. We've gotten quite a bit done. Oh, almost forgot. I need to buy... Shoot, I can't remember where the stall is here. I know exactly where it is in Limsa. I do not remember here. We'll go talk to him, but I need to get some more gas shawl greens. So the greens only last for like 30 minutes, and you can stack them up to 1 hour. All right. And there's Yida and Papalimo. All right. That is one thing that's really cool. They keep kind of bringing the characters back. They all have their own special areas they go to. I've got to remember where it's not there. Triple Triad, the board. It's got to be in the other one. It has to be. Got to be in that vicinity there. Let's go to the Whistling Miller because I need to get some more greens. Now, while you're in town, the timer doesn't tick down, but when you're standing outside, it does. So, something to keep in mind. Not them. I'll be darned. Around the corner, maybe? Don't think this is right either. Yep, just the... Oh man, where is it? Knowing me, I ran right past it. I really need to get some of those. It's not going to be in that. It's one of the shops like on the corner. It's got to be over here and I just missed it. Is that him? Or her? Got him. I'll just go ahead and buy 99 of them, and that'll get me a bunch to get me started. All right. Let's go check out the pier, which is up that way. Well, if I can get off the pier there, or the pole. Oh, it's all the way around. Okay. Better start running. All right, we're going to zip on through here. Oh, I do need to check and see if my ventures are done. So one of the things I'll do, like when I got, time and stuff, I'll be going and doing things to earn more venture seals. Okay, talk to her. She's gonna send me the Hawthorne hut. Let's see. I don't really care for the. Oops. I don't really know where I got him. It was probably one of the things I purchased at some point. Whoops, I didn't mean companion. I meant to go mount guide. There, we'll throw the motorcycle on. All right. All right, let's pull out the normally something I'd pull out for like the machinist or something, but all right. Alright, now we gotta meet the Sylphs, which they are definitely an interesting crew. Let's see, whoops. Should have looked right past the tent. That's okay. Whoops. Yeah, I'm just kind of burning through here trying to... Whoops. Turn. Go up. There we go. Alright, so we're going to collect this one. Now we have the level 30 quest. Oh, and I don't want to stop till I do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Bear with me. Let's get Warrior knocked down, because that's a very important thing. All right, let's go to the Marauders Guild. Now he's going to send us, and then this is your soul gem, and it will take you from the mountain. And so basically, once you hit 30, you seek out new mentors that can teach you advanced techniques, which is obviously the class system that gets you. Oh yeah, I love Casa de Sol. I don't think I've shown y'all this thus far. I may have, but I don't think I have. But Casa del Sol, if I could have a property in this game. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to have to go out here and look real quick. You want to talk beautiful beachfront. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Let's see. There we go. You want to talk beautiful beachfront right there. I'm going to take a picture. That is such a nice one. All right. But yeah, you just want to see some of the prettiest area in the game. I absolutely love this spot. All right, so let me do all that. Had to remember the hotkeys to get back out. All right, let's move on. All right, let's talk to Soakwib. And there's the Fell Demon. So I think this is his brother, if I remember. Got the bloodlust. Calling the big sea turtles. Skip all this. We know we're going to fight. All right. Let's get them all kind of worked up here in the middle. Whoa. Let's get out of the... Yeah, I missed getting out of the stomp area. Okay, whoops. Move back out. So one thing you can do is, as you see them start to attack, you can actually run back into the circle before the attack actually commences to you, and not take damage. Kind of get used to it. Prepare to fall back. Preparing to fall back, sir. And then here comes our mentor. Yeah. A lot of fighting going on. Alright. Get out of the zone there. Get these guys dropped here. Of course, I'm going to run over here and deal with these guys. Let them do their thing. And you see no damage. I go running in there when they're starting their attack up, but since I wasn't in the area when they actually started the attack, I don't take the damage. And I've got some stun on me. You can see it kind of pauses me every so often. But I only got 7 seconds of it left, so we're good. All right, duty complete. And he is Curious George. No joke. And he talks to me for a minute, and obviously I want to be a warrior, and so we'll talk to Chocobo. And then, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot about this area being level 30 area here. I'm just running through it. I don't really care. Once I get out of the range of the fate, they'll stop bothering me. Alright, here we go. Oh, there he is. And, oh, that's good. Yeah. And we'll accept. Warrior is now unlocked. Man, we got a lot done in this episode. Alright, so now we have, oops, we'll soul the warrior, so I'll put that in the armory chest, and then what we do, you just go in and you add it. Poof. Now I'm transferring all my information because I play the setup exactly the same. So now I've got all of these, and now I'm a warrior. So it's changed it to that, and now I'll start down the warrior tree of all the tactics and combat and everything. And there you have it. And so I think we come back at 35, yes, embracing the beast. And so so what we'll do is we'll stop here. I'll go back into let me get back into town. Let me go this way. Don't want to fight for no good reason. But I do want to get back into town before I drop off. There's Costa del Sol. And we'll just kind of pull up in here. So we're in a sanctuary. I'll go ahead and get over here by the Aetherite. And there you have it. And I think what I'll do to close it out is walk over here and stand in front of this view. Oh yeah, there you go. So there you have it, folks. Another episode of the Eternal Alt tabbed down. Definitely got a lot done. I'm very happy with that. A lot of cool things got done in this episode. So, guys, if you enjoy this kind of content, definitely hit the like and subscribe. I do intend on trying to stream at some point. I've just got to figure out when I can actually do it with at least a couple of hours so that I don't end up, I don't want to stream for an hour. You want to stream for at least a couple. I would like to make it 3 or better if I can, but that's kind of the problem. I'm having trouble working out when I could do that consistently enough. But I do think these would be more fun. These episodes would be more fun if we had a stream going. But yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. So guys, if you enjoy this, do hit the like and subscribe. Of course, guys, as always, I will see you on the next alt.